Okay, hello everyone. How you doing? If it's your first time here, I am Robin Shaw and I am a Canadian and I am an English teacher and I teach live every night. You can see the schedule here. And tonight is a Sunday, so it says grammar, but actually tonight I'm talking about numbers. So it's not really grammar and how you think about grammar, but it's an important video about numbers. And I teach a little bit of grammar on how to use numbers or say numbers. Today's video, wow, it is, I think if you have any problems with English numbers, this is the perfect video for you because I talk about, I think, almost every problem with English numbers. I spent half the day making this video, so I hope you guys learned something. It should be a good video. If you're not watching this video live, you're maybe watching this another day. Anyway, please continue watching. It is a good video about numbers. So the outline, I'm beginning the video now, so this is the introduction phase, and I'm going to get into the topic, and it's English numbers. And then after that is English Q&A. And I'll do the Q&A after the topic, so if you have any English questions, please wait until after the topic. I'm just going to check the chat room right now to greet everyone and welcome to tonight's lesson. It's nighttime for me. I don't know. It might be afternoon or morning for you. Hello, Diallo, Leila, Reinhardt C. Good morning to you. Or you're saying good morning, good afternoon, good night. It's good evening for me. Moonaim, Kamel, hello. Diallo again. Ziad, Atika, Tikar. Oh, I went down. Yeah, you're excited about grammar. It's numbers. Abdul, Prakar, binary numbers. UK Android, hello, Jihan. Edson Bonifacio. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Oh, you guys, there's a lot of talking there. Asman. Hi, Carrie. Alwathi, Fanny, Floren's here. Hello, Floren. Hutami, Madi. Wow, we got some interesting names. Balajar, Cantonis, Grace is here. Hang Tong. Jose, subtitle movie. Oh, Thomas One is here. Hello. Thomas One is my editor for Shaw English. So I don't think you need to be here, Thomas One, because you are a native speaker. All right, let's get started into the topic. Welcome, everyone. I guess you might have also, there's a little piece of news. I made an adjustment to the schedule. As you can see, Friday is meme review. I changed the schedule from topic discussion to meme review. What is meme review? Come Friday. Oh, Thomas One, you're free to stay. Just, you're probably not going to learn much. Yeah, that Thomas One is the editor, the handsome guy that you saw. All right, let's get started. English numbers. English numbers. Here, I'm going to move that light there. So, with English numbers, some of you are different. Well, everyone is at different levels. Some of you may have mastered English numbers. Some of you may have some difficulty. I'm going to start off basic. I'm going to go through the basic stuff quickly, and then I'll get to more difficult things later on. So if I'm going too fast, just let me know, because I'm going to assume most of you know the basic stuff. And what I mean, of course, the basic numbers are 1 to 10. I'm not going to talk about in detail because hopefully everyone here knows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I hope you guys all know that. So I'm not really going to talk about that. 11 to 20. This has a little more. It's a little more difficult, not because of the numbers, but mainly because of the pronunciation. All right. So let's just go quickly through the pronunciation. I don't care where you are. You should repeat after me. 11, 11, 12, 12, 13. It's very important to have the teen with the N sound. The N at the end is not so strong, but it is there. Teen. It's a nasal sound. Teen. 13 is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 20. So we're going to talk a little bit later about the pronunciation of these numbers, because this is where a lot of students have problems. The pronunciation of these numbers. And we're going to do it a little bit later. I got to move my monitor. I can't see. All right. Another confusion a lot of students have is between these two numbers. They confuse 12 and 20, and I'm not sure why, because both of these numbers are very different. But be careful. Sometimes a student wants to say 20, but they say 12, and sometimes they want to say 12, but they say 20. These are very different numbers. Be careful. Do not confuse 12 and 20. Okay. And then getting higher. We're getting higher. We'll get to the big numbers soon. Of course, I'm not going to go through all these numbers, but I'll just say them quickly. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and that continues like that. So I think most of you know from 21 to 30. I'm just going to check the chat really quick so I don't get too far behind. I didn't hear about milliard. I'm not going to check that now, Florin. Oh, sorry, Zakia, your network is bad. Hannah's here. Hello, Hannah. How are you doing? Yeah, cardinal numbers. That's the official name. Robintine. Florin, yeah, you're confused with 12 and 20. So part of the solution, Florin, is, I am confused 12 with 20. So practice 12, practice 20. You guys are starting to know each other so well that a lot of the chat is just everyone saying hello to everyone. That's very interesting because, a few weeks ago, nobody did that very much. But now a lot of people, know each other. So that's good. That's interesting to see. So Bratcher's here. Rahul, Hannah. Okay. I already said hello. She's talking to Florin. You are smart. You guys are silly. Asni Putri, hello. All right. I'm going to continue on. So these numbers should be okay. Not too many students have problems with these numbers. All right, then we get up into numbers 20 to 90. So again, this is more of a pronunciation problem. So let's go through pronunciation. Everyone, you should repeat after me. 20. T. 20. 30. Let's say it faster. 30. 20. 20. So you can see when I say it fast, the T is reduced. 20. 30. 40. 40. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Is something wrong there? Is something wrong with 40? Okay. UK Android, thank you. It is not 40. The spelling is changed to 40. All right, so that's another mistake students make. 40. 40. 50. 50. 60. 60. 70. 70. 80. 80. And 90. 90. All right, so that's pronunciation. Again, a lot of students have problems with pronunciation. So this is where the problem is. Here, let's get rid of the... You can see the full title. So you mix up the 13, the teen, and the 30. Teen and T. You gotta be very clear with that. So everyone, repeat after me. 13. 13. 30. 30. Because I'm focusing on teen, T. 13. 30. 14. 40. Okay, you got to be very clear. 14. It's the N is a nasal sound. 14. 14. 14. 40. 15. 50. 16. 60. Excuse me. 17. 70. 18. 80. 19. 90. Hannah says, we must keep attention. My teacher in the university always made some mistakes to see whether we keep our attention. I always make mistakes because I make mistakes. If you see any mistakes, let me know. Every day when I do a presentation, they have mistakes. And sometimes students tell me and sometimes students don't notice. But if you see any mistakes, let me know. Okay, anyway, so a lot of my students around the world, when I'm talking to students, this is a big problem. The pronunciation of 1330. Okay, you got to have a very clear teen, very clear T. 13, 30. All right, moving on, continuing on. Up to 100. Up to 100. So when we get up to 100, you can see 100 and 100. They mean the same thing. All right. Sometimes you can say sometimes you can say one. They mean the same thing. You can use both ways, 100 or 100. Both of them are okay. And if you're going the next number up, you can use 101, or you can use 101. Both of those are okay. So again, I don't care what other teachers say. 100 is the same as 100, and 101 is the same as 101. Okay? So don't be worried about those mistakes. Don't be worried about this issue. 101, 101. All right, getting higher. We're gonna keep going up to the big numbers, the bigger numbers. So let's get here. I gotta catch up on my notes. All right, so the bigger numbers: 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. Easy. I think most of you know that. So what is this number? Now is your chance to type quickly. What is this number? This 3-digit number. May, hello. Oh, Isan, are there relate between 13 to 19 with teenager? Good question. He's asking about 13 to 19. Yes, we call those teenagers because of the teen in the age. That is connected, Isan. All right, so you guys are typing fast. Kim Dong-hyun. There's going to be a lot of numbers coming. There's going to be a lot of big numbers coming. All right, I can see most of you got the number. So yeah, 345 or 345. Okay, both are okay. 345, 345. So make sure you got 40 spelled correctly, Subratra Sarkar. 40 is no U. All right, so I'm not going to talk about the numbers 100 to 900. We're going to move on. We're up to 1,000. So we're getting bigger and bigger with the numbers. And in English, it's very important for every 3 numbers from the right, put a comma. So we're always counting 3 numbers in English, comma. Every 3 numbers, there must be a comma. Youngo, can I say 345? 345 sounds like a time, Youngo. It may be possible to say 345, but that sounds more like a time. What time is it? 3:45. But we should say, but probably you're going to have native speakers are going to say it so many different ways. I'm teaching a basic way, Hyungo. Grace, Korean follows that rule. Not very well. Koreans are terrible with numbers. All right, that comma, to help you understand numbers, that comma is important. And I'm going to talk about it more. Of course, 1 comma is always 1,000. 1 comma is 1,000. 2 commas, million. 3 commas, billion. So whenever you see a number like that, and if you're confused, how do I say that in English? How do I say that in English? Just count 3, put the comma, and you know it's 1,000. Then you know it's 2,000. All right, so if you ever see a number and you're confused, what is that number, and there's no commas, try to put the commas in, and that'll make it clear if you follow these rules. All right. Getting the bigger numbers. Now we have 1,100 to 9,900. We can't say 2,000. We can't say 2,000. All right, I'm getting into that now, UK Android. That's what I'm going to talk about right now to clear it up. So only this range of numbers, Florin, the bigger the better. This range of numbers is special. All right. So I taught you, we should know this is 1,100, or you could say 1,100. But this range, okay, so 1,100, 1,100. But native speakers might say 1,100. Not 1,100s. We can't put the S. 1,100. All right, Diallo. It's up to you. Nobody has to type. So you could say 1,100, 1,100, or a lot of native speakers might just say 1,100. You can't say 1,000, and you can't say 2,000. You can't say 3,000. You can't say 4,000. All right, it's a very special thing that we do in English. So, but you got to be aware of it. So, what would we say? 2,300. What's it? So, what might a native speaker? UK Android, that's just the way it is. $2,000 would be 20,000. Or 2,000. So we don't say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. We need a number after. Yeah, so that would be it's okay to say 2,300, but yeah, some native speakers might just say 2,300. 2,300. 5,600. So what are we going to call that? $5,600. Thank you, May May. And then 9,900. Hello, Win. Well, Hannah, we're not talking about money tonight. These are just numbers. But I would like $5,600. Hannah's, you just told me your donation tonight, $5,600. Thank you, Hannah. Hannah is giving the channel $5,600. Yeah, 9,900. 9,900. So usually in this range, we might use the 100. We might keep saying 100. So don't be confused with that. Some native speakers will do that. All right, getting bigger. You guys should be paying attention because I do have a test later. I have a test for you guys later, so pay attention. I got two. I got a practice test and then I got a real test later. In about 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to start the test. So pay attention. Commas are important. So when you're getting to the big numbers and you're confused, commas will help you. You just know the comma rules. So when you see a number like this right away, oh, what is that? What is that? And you're trying to think quickly. Again, follow the rule. 1, 2, 3, comma. There's your 1,000. So 102,000. That comma is 1,000. 102,000. No, 102,000. You gotta that if you see a comma, that is the point. If it's one comma, that is the point you say 1,000. So I'm gonna say 102. I see the comma, 1,000. 102,000. So like this number is a little bit more difficult. You just 1, 2, 3, and I don't. You guys don't have to write that. So I'm gonna say 495. All right, I gotta say 495. I see that comma, 1,000. 495,000, and then 902 or 902. These numbers are too big to write. All right, so the comma, if you're confused with numbers, just learn the comma rules. When you see that comma, if there's one comma, you're going to say 1,000. 495,902. Bigger numbers. 1 million. 1 million is 2 commas. 1 billion is 3 commas. 1 trillion is 4 commas. Samara, and don't be confused with and. You can use and at most. You can use it or you don't have to use it. We're still going to do a little more practice with and, so don't worry about that. There's no comma in my brain, yes. But if you see a number, and we're going to practice seeing numbers in a moment. We're going to also practice listening to numbers, Grace. So I know there's no comma in your brain, but you could still listen when someone says 1,000. All right, so very important. These are big, big numbers. Oops, not 4. Too big. So 1,000, 1 comma. Now 1 million has 2 commas. So if you see 2 commas, then you know you have to start with million. 3 commas, I know it's billion, and 4 commas is trillion, but we usually don't use trillion very often because that's a lot of numbers, and that's a lot of money. And Ziad, we shouldn't use periods. We should use commas. In English, we always use commas. All right. Practice 1. What is this number? This is just right type. What is this number in English? Yeah, I'm not going to go into billions. I'm not going to really teach millions, billions, and trillions because we don't use those too often. All right, Hamada, 432. Good job. 32 usually has this hyphen there. Usually has a hyphen. 432. Yeah, like a Tikar, 432. That's usually how we write it. But the other way is fine too. Because usually we don't write numbers like that. All right, the next one. Oh, there you go. So 432, 432. Both are okay. Who's toying? Someone is toying with the subscribers. Subscribe, unsubscribe. Subscribe, unsubscribe. So 432, 432. Both are okay. Let's go on to the next one. Practice 2. What is this number? I'm just reading the chat. Sometimes I forget I'm live. Hana. Okay, interesting. So yeah, this has no comma. So certainly I would to help understand 1, 2, 3, comma. So 1,301 and yeah, 1,301. You could say 1,301. You don't need the and, but I put the and. Sometimes I use and, sometimes I don't use and. 1,301 or 1,301. 1,301. That we say that number if we're looking at like a hotel or a bus. We might, if that was at a hotel room or a bus, we might say 1,301. But that's a different kind of video. Esan, thanks for bringing that up. But just saying numbers, these are just numbers, not on buses, not on trains, not on your airline ticket. These are just basic English numbers. Of course, when they go on hotel rooms and buses, we might say them a little different, but I'm not talking about that tonight. I put and before 300. 1,301, like that, Samar? 1,301. Yeah, Samar, if you said that, that would be okay. But usually we only use one and, so make sure 1,301. But I suggest, Samar, put the and at the end. That's what native speakers usually do. But if you said 1,301, that's okay. Nobody's going to complain about that number. All right, let's move on. Yeah, my subscribers are 1,178. Yes. Okay, what's this number? Practice 3. There's 5 practice numbers, and then we get into the listening test. 10,990. 13,1. No. 10,900. No. 1,000. Oh, Layla. No. You made a big mistake. You gotta count the threes. One, two, three, comma. That's where I'm going to say 1,000. What's this? 10,990. So 10,990, 10,990. All right. So there's a comma. 10,990. And number 4, a little bit bigger. Diallo, you said 10,990,000, or 10 million. That number is impossible, Diallo. That number can't be expressed in the previous one. Can't be expressed in hundreds. Yeah. All right, 10,990. Oh, you guys. Okay, 150,287. Win? No, it's not a million. One 150,287. 150,287. So again, we have to count 1, 2, 3, comma. That's where you're going to say 1,000. 150,000. 287. $150,287. It's not million. There's only 3, comma. That 1 comma. Grace, I am very good at Korean money. All right, next one. Oh, big number. What is it? Abdul, 15. There's no 15. There's 15. Or there's 150. What's this number? It's too big. You guys are, I gotta type so many numbers. I gotta wait 5 minutes before the first answer. Oh, here we go. UK Android. 54,939,202. Yes, UK Android. You're a quick typer. 54 Hamada. 54,932,202. 54 million. Okay. So yeah. 939. So again, I'm going to use the red pen. We got to go 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. There's two commas. It's going to be million. 54 million 939,202. All right. 10,990. 150,287. 54,939,202. So if you know the commas, you can get those numbers very easy. Yeah, 54,939,202. and 202. 202. All right, we're going to have our listening test. Oh, there's the answer. I'm just going to set up the listening test. So that 54,939,202. Oh, let me check the chat room. Question: commas may be used to indicate the number is being used as a numerical value. Mathematically, not mathematical values could be a phone number, a room, a street, or highway. Yeah, I said that earlier. Using the principle, there is a pattern I found. We tend to read differently, not always, but very likely based on the comma. 2300 is 23,000. No, it's not. No. 2300 is never 23,000. I don't know where you got that, Hyung-woo. Only that is 23,000. Addy, how do you express this? You can't express that. 0, comma? That number doesn't exist. Yeah, 20. I talked about the hundreds earlier, Hyung-woo. Were you listening? I did talk about the hundreds. 2,300. So, if someone saw it with a comma, they still might say 2,300. I think it's just a habit of some people. So some people they still see the comma, they might just say 2,300. Hamada, that's getting into math. That's 12, and you're going to use a 0.56. Okay, let's start our test. Listening test. I'm going to say a number. I suggest you have a pen or something. You're listening very carefully. I'm going to say a number, and then you just write down the number you hear. So the first number is 325. Hamada, Chu, Fenny, Win, Prakar, Hana, nope. You got an extra zero there. That's 3,025. I said 325. Asmi. No, 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 no. Number one's the easy one. Let's go to number two. Number two is 1,562. Hamara. Yeah, most of you got that. Yeah, remember, you do. Oh, I forgot to put the first number. When you're typing a number, you don't have to use a comma. Commas are good. They help us understand the number. But if you just write, that's still 1,562. It's just I recommend this way so you don't forget. 1,562. Don't ever say sorry. Sorry, Win, I don't know why you're saying sorry, but sorry is a word that is not allowed in my chat room. Nobody is allowed to say sorry. All right, number three. Sorry, guys, these numbers are getting bigger. Really big. 153,221. Hamada. Ooh, Fanny, you're missing a number. 153,221. Subtitled movie clips. You got million. I never said million. You got two commas. That means million. 153,221. A very interesting dialogue. I know, Fanny, that a lot of you make typos. I already know. Don't worry. 100 I'll say it again. 153,221. 153,221. All right. Diallo wrote her number like this. And Fanny wrote her number like this. We can't do that. We can't put a space here. We should write it with a comma or very close. Okay, so we shouldn't have a space, and we cannot use a period. We cannot use a period. It must be a comma. So, there you go. 153,221. Okay, number 4. 11,111. Hamada. Lightning. Hana. Subtitle movie clips. Ziad, you can't use the period. You got to use a comma. That is a very strict rule, Ziad. Comma. Okay. UK Android, nope. $11,111. Prakar, no. 11,111. 11,111. Who named Kamel? You shouldn't have a space. You should have a comma or all together. Yeah, okay, Hannah. That's okay. 11,111. So again, 11,000. You see that comma? 111 or 111. Both are okay. Prakar, you're just writing. Yeah, that's not it. Abdul, you can't put one, guys. If you put the period here, this is wrong, okay? You cannot have a period there. It must be a comma. All right, and the last one, number 5, it's a big number. Ziad, don't worry. I know there's a little delay for some people, but we're just trying to learn here. This is not a contest. Number 5. $75,000,020. Subtitle movie clips. It's not 751 million. It's 75,020,000. I saw Hyung-woo's message for half a second, and then it's gone. Samara, you might have a little delay. Some people have a delay. I know you have a delay. Don't worry about it. Oh, dropped my eraser. So there's 2 commas. You can see it right away. I know 2 commas, it's a million. 75 million. There's no thousand. There's nothing to say about thousands. 75 million and 20. 75 million and 20. Okay, that is the end of the numbers. We talked about a lot of things about numbers. I know some of it is confusing. I have questions there. Number one, which part should I teach again, in case some of you are confused? And number two, how well do you understand English numbers? I think some of you are almost perfect with English numbers, and some of you are having difficulty. I would like to know. Tell me, which part were you confused? Tell me. Prakar, 40 to 7 millisecond delay in India. Well, Prakar, you know, when I speak, let's see. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. There's about six seconds delay from when I speak until you see it, and then you have another delay. UK Android. What about quadrillion? What is a quadrillion? I don't even know how to write quadrillion. What would you use quadrillion for? That must be 5 commas. That's next after. Oh, no. Because, you know, in English we have quadrillion and zillions and gazillions and septillions. These are all very big numbers. So, Fenny, why is T read differently in each number? It's not read differently in each number. I'm going to go back to that for Fenny. Slide 32. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. It's all 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Those are all the same. So I'm not sure why you have confusion, Fenny. Can you clear that up? Maybe it's the design of my slide that is causing confusion. Oh, Fanny, yeah. Well, all of these numbers can be pronounced differently in different parts of the world. So I've been trying to speak clearly and say 90, but certainly 90 is very common, Fenny. So you're correct. Yeah, that's a good question. For this video, I'm probably saying like 30, but native speakers might say 30, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90. So that's gonna be sound different in different English parts of the world. Isan, about pronunciation, first, second, third, those are ordinal numbers. Tonight I talked about cardinal numbers. Isan, that's a good question, and I'm going to do ordinal numbers in a future video. I'm not going to talk about ordinal numbers tonight because I don't want to cause too much confusion, Isan, but that's a future video. I'm Abdul Raham. Oh, good to see you. Your slides are fine. Yeah, it takes me a while to try to simplify my slides. It's not always silent, Fanny. It can be silent, but it's not always silent. Spelling rules. What's spelling rules? So UK Android, when we're writing big number, usually there's nowhere we actually write big numbers. So if you have a big number like this, there's no place that we actually write this number. We would just express. Numbers are meant to be expressed with digits, not letters. And I broke a few spelling rules about numbers in my slides here. All right, I'm going to open it up to any English questions. So if you have any English question, let me know. If you still have questions about numbers, that's fine. Just let me know. Can we use steps? You mean hyphens in phone numbers? Phone numbers. Like this is a hyphen. Like that could be a phone number, but we use hyphen to make it easier to read phone numbers. Isan, in writing, which one better? 101, 101. Isan, they're the same thing. They're exactly the same. So Hannah, so your phone number is 313-247-123. I call you now. Diallo, I think you should teach about numbers again. It is very interesting. I'll do a future video probably on ordinal numbers in the future. First, second, third, because that can be tricky. All right, Grace, I get it. I am on it. Are those the same? No. I get it. I'm on it. I get it. I understand. I'm on it. I will do it. Don't worry. So if I said, Grace, did you do your homework? You would say, I'm on it. So that means you will do it, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. You will get the job done. I'm on it. Fanny, why did you read the name Jose sound like Jose? Yeah, I don't know the rule, but in Spanish, J has an H sound in Spanish, so Jose is usually a Spanish name. And of course, in the US, there's the city. So there's a city name in California, and I think it's the capital of Costa Rica, San Jose. San Jose. So it has that H sound. San Jose. UK Android. Is it okay to write, I like Mr. Shaw, but not Robin? You can write that, but the meaning of that is you like... The meaning of that is you like the teacher, Mr. Shaw, but you don't like the guy, Robin. That would be the meaning of that sentence. So yeah, this is my last hurrah. Interesting question, Ziad, and I know the answer to that one. All right, I'm looking at Ziad Hosni. I'm sorry, Ziad, I don't know. He asked a really interesting question. This is my last hurrah. And that might be a type of idiom. My last hurrah is my last time to do that activity. My last time to do that activity. I'm going to go to Google to give me a little more help. Maybe give me some example sentence. Yeah. My explanation, it's your last time to do that activity. This is my last hurrah. So if I said, guys, this is my last hurrah, that would mean this is the last time I'm doing a live stream. This is not my last hurrah. I'd be very interested to know where you saw that, Ziad. Layla, 10,555. Is the hyphen necessary or not? No, it's not necessary, Layla, because usually we never write those numbers. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about the hyphen. For numbers, it's not important the writing of numbers because we don't write big numbers. Big numbers are always expressed this way. We don't write 10,555. We write numbers this way. That's the point of numbers. We can see it. So we don't have to worry if there's a hyphen because we never write this. But it's very important to say it and to listen to it. That's the listening and speaking is 100%. The writing, I don't care. You got to be able to say 10,555 and then someone says it, 10,555, you answer it. So Layla, don't worry about the hyphen. Doesn't matter. Diallo, he went for an operation. He went for a surgery. I think those are the same, Diallo. Surgery, operation. I don't know the difference because I'll just give a quick check. They mean the same thing, Diallo. Jota. I don't know what you said. Okay, see you, Grace. I like Mr. Shaw, but my kids like Robin. That's awkward because in this video I'm Mr. Shaw and you don't see real Robin. You see only teacher Robin. Hannah, oh, you prepared a big question here. Robin, let us to know, kill two birds with one in this lesson. Numbers and idioms with numbers. Let me put my 2 cents here and these idioms 10 to 1. That looks like a good lesson for the future. Numbers in idioms. I'm not going to explain all those idioms right now, but that's a good idea to put numbers in idioms. And I'll make a note of that. for a future class. Lewis, is I am out to work the same as I am out for work? Both of those sentences are a little awkward to me without context. I am out to work. I don't know where someone would say I'm going out to work. So in the case I'm going out to work. Usually we say I'm going to work. It is possible, I guess, someone might say I'm out to work, but it's a very awkward sentence. We would just say I'm going to work. The second one, I am out for work. That is also awkward. I'm not sure where you got these sentences, Lewis. I'm out for work. No, I'm going out to work. I'm going to work. That's what a native speaker is going to say. I'm going to work. I'm going out to look for work. That's possible. So maybe you don't have a job, so you're going out to look for a job, to look for work. That's possible. Okay? Last hurrah is always an activity. I think when we use last, you can say just hurrah, but that's more of a hooray.
Hurrah.
Or hurrah. So hooray or hurrah, hooray, hurrah. That's a expression of joy. Hooray, hurrah. But my last hurrah, that's probably an activity or event. So hurrah and last hurrah are different expressions. Jota, hey, Mr. Shah, how's it doing? No, how's it going? How's it going? You can't say how's it doing. How's it going? It's going fine. So how if my last act can I say my last hurrah? Well, first of all, I want to say last hurrah is not common. I've never said it in my life. I never use that. You might hear that in a movie. Your last act is my last hurrah. Yeah. Like I said, if I said this is my last hurrah, that would mean it's my last live stream. Hyung-woo, well, you wrote a book. All right, I'm looking at Hyung-woo's. Well, Hyung-woo, you list off 5 numbers here. I went to bed at, you're using army time, military time. I never express time with military time. I don't think most native speakers, unless they're in the military or police or something like that, or a pilot, they would express military time. But normal people just express time with AM, PM. But if I was to express that in military time, I would probably say 23:15. I live in a room, 23:15. I am driving on Washington Street, 2315. The flight cost was, you could also say $23.15 or $2,315. And there are 2,315 teachers in a university. You're counting people. Counting people, you have to use the basic number system, 2,315. We wouldn't say 2,315. That's a little strange. How many times did you use the word thousand? Do you agree when there's a comma, we tend to read thousand? Yeah. Okay, I see your point now. Yeah. All right. Good point, Hyung-woo. So when we see it, but when you, I'm sure you showed me cases where you were testing me, but I have to think of other cases. I have to think of all cases we see numbers. Because the 5 options you showed here are very different. Because first of all, time, there's no thousand in time. And the room number, that is a room number. That's a different number system altogether. So number 1 and 2 don't apply. And number 3 also doesn't apply because that's not counting in the number system. And then the money, the money could work with your theory. Well, Hyung-woo, 2000, most native speakers are going to put a comma. And I didn't go into the 100 system. But with that, very easily someone could say $2,300, even if there's a comma. With this, they would probably say $2,315. So if you want me to go through all the rules with the possible numbers, it's not going to happen right now, Hyung-woo. Yeah, Diallo, operation, surgery, same thing. Yeah, everyone should hit that like button. Thank you, Jota. All right, I'm about 4 minutes behind. Layla says, when I go to the hospital and I want to ask a nurse, I should say to her, when will my turn come? Yep, correct. Or when does my turn come? That's also correct. Both of those could be used. Ziad, I heard it in a song and I asked just for making sure it is correct. Oh, okay. That could be in a song, Last Hurrah. I'm going to work. Bye. I'm going... you got to go to work. I'm gonna go to work. Bye. That's what it should sound. All right, yeah, Ziad, it's enough today, Mr. Ram. Take a rest. I like the video and share it. Okay, thank you. So I will close. You got about 1 minute to get any last questions or comments, and then I'm gonna shut it down. And then tomorrow is the English Q&A for 2 days, and then writing. This Wednesday writing, a lot of students have sent me homework. If you want writing homework, you should go watch my writing video because I gave some homework. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. There's no and surgery. I thought that was a typo. The result came out. The result was announced. Yeah, Diallo, I don't know. Sometimes people have typos, and I didn't know you were asking about and surgery. And surgery is impossible. You cannot have and surgery. A surgery. Layla, she went looking for her son. Not long after, she heard her son. I think that not long after means after time, not so long. Yeah, not long after, so short time. Okay, Android. More writing videos. Yes, I would, remember, guys, like tonight's presentation probably took me maybe 3.5 hours to prepare. I had 74 slides. And I don't make money. You guys have to help the channel. Please help the channel in any way you can, because you guys want these lessons, but I can't do 30 hours a week preparing lessons, and nothing. I don't get anything, right? As I said, it's okay, I can prepare, but I'm trying to get other teachers, better teachers than me, on the channel. Nobody wants to look at the old guy with the beard. They want to look at the younger teacher with excitement. So I'm trying to get those teachers. So you guys, please, this is not like another YouTube channel. Right now, there are no advertisements. I don't want to put advertisements on the channel. I put advertisements like this in the video because I want to start getting support for this channel. I'm here every night. I'm going to bring in other teachers. This is not like another YouTube channel. This is a very special thing. You have access to a teacher every night, but there are limits to how much I can work on this channel. So that's why I have Monday, Tuesday English Q&A, because I don't prepare any, not that one. That was the old topic. I don't prepare I don't have to prepare PPTs for Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday writing, I got to prepare. I got to spend a couple hours to prepare Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I have a lot of work to do. Layla, I got your homework. Don't worry about it. You asked me the same question on 3 different social medias. Don't worry, Layla, I got your homework. Oh, Lewis. Oh, Ziad. Subracha, more grammar lessons. Yeah, do you will change the schedule? The only thing that changed is the Friday. There's no longer a topic discussion. There's going to be meme review. English meme review. That's more of a fun topic. We'll see how it goes. Lewis, the street streams into the avenue and leads you to the main station of this area. Does it sound right? It's awkward, but it could work. I don't like it, but it works. It works, Lewis. All right. Thanks, Lewis. All right. I'm going to finish up, guys. Thank you. You didn't bother me, Layla. Don't worry about that. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.